Oh, I was like, why are we looking at Dylan's armpit right now? What's going on with the camera?
Okay, no. Looks like that Alan opted in for 2 Rasas, 1,000 tail, 1 Mind Splitter, and 3 Vex. So kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. That was his Bologna list that he had.
Oh, this is looking very vacant to last game. The positioning we're in. Not
Yeah, no.
the triple seals though. Has got to feel good on Ezreal. He had those out so early that just like looking at the state, he's able to play 20 cards a turn, and
Mhm.
Aurelia is doing her thing.
Well, and that's kind of the hard part here sometimes, though, is if you're able to find the seals, that's great. But if it's at the cost of you're not also finding your draw spells, it really sucks.
Yeah,
And that can set you back so far. But luckily, he has been able to find the called shots and those kinds of answers. And so, luckily, so we'll see. But someone turned off the lights in the facility. Looks like
what
Dylan is
what the heck?
black now.
Every 5 minutes the lights turn off. You have 30 seconds to play in the darkness, and if anyone makes a mistake, you get to call them out for cheating.
Yeah, exactly. If you can catch them, it's like, wait, how many cards did you have in hand, my dude?
Yeah, not 20. I can tell you that
Yeah.
right now. Where did
So,
that
I mean,
come
this is
from?
this is still going to be a big exchange, though. On the move, though, being able to get a discipline going down, that's going to be adding. So it's 7-7, but a
Nah,
rebuke is going to be coming in saying, "Nah, I'm good," and that's going to be a scoop.
that's tough.
Well, and that's something that that I've been talking about on stream a little bit too, is that the longer the game goes, the better Ezreal gets. And that's really the power that Ezreal is able to bring to the meta.
There's also like this teeter totter where if you play versus slower decks and you get Stella Corn out turn one, you don't have to ever play anything else. You just draw and you score and you win. But towards Ezreal, that deflect on Aurelia is so important that things like this rebuke, him having 3 seals, able to have as many runes to deflect by this point of the game because he's never deflected the entire match. Like all of these things just kind of like eat together to kind of give Ezreal a chance in the end game. If early game
Mm.
you maybe just say screw the Stelly, you play off of the Aurelia and make them deflect, you maybe have a better chance late game, but it's tough.
Yeah, no, I can definitely agree with you there on that. And so and that's got to be one of the biggest plays too that gave Aurelia such an advantage was that you were rebuking the Vexes before having to go in, and you thought that you had the safety net, and then just like that, boom! All of a sudden, it's gone, kind of thing. And so that's going to be interesting to see how Game 3 ends up going because we were able to see what Aurelia is able to do with a Stella Cornherder that is able to run rampant and then an Ezreal that's been able to get to the late game. And so now in game 3, we'll see what ends up happening.
The good news is it is Aurelia going first, and that's like a miles difference for her, especially if
Mm.
she's using uh, Stella Corn very early. She's gonna have the 3. What do you know if Obelisk came out yet? I wasn't paying attention.
I don't think Obelisk has come out yet.
For Aurelia,
I don't think so. I'm not sure if I saw that game 1. I know a lot of people do like to play that game 1.
yeah, it's a good opener, and you would think she would play it on her go second if she didn't run it on her opening. But if she doesn't have it here, it could be something just like GA Stelly, and then we play forward.
Yep.
But if we do have that extra rune, we could consider some very interesting maybe boots into a Stelly GA or maybe GA into Aurelia.
Mm. Yeah, and but I mean that's going to be the hard part because even if you do have a lot of these advantages going, it's still going to depend on who can get the card draw better, and that's the hard part is Ezreal, when he finds those called shots, those stack decks, it can be just such a big advantage where it's like, does it even matter what Aurelia has to be able to respond with? So we'll see as we get into game number 3. Looks like that they are finally done sighting, and we'll see what is able to be done now.
We're off to the races, boys.
Oh, and you're
there's
right.
Avi, yep.
Double obelisk.
Holy moly! Now we're looking at GA into Aurelia, and it's going to be tough for Ezreal, in my opinion.
I think so, because I mean, even if you don't necessarily have the ability to start with even like a Stellacorn herder or things like that, or actually no, that's not double. Is that? Yeah, that is double obelisk.
Okay, double obelisk.
They were switching. Yeah, because
I thought it was sigil
was confusing
too.
when they said so. Yeah. Oh, but going in with the Vex to start.
Oh wow.
So maybe a little bit of a momentum shift there. I mean, Aurelia could also be a very vital or a very pivotal choice there too.
It's another one of those things. It's like if you use your Aurelia now, then the opponent's focusing more on how to get rid of her and get around deflect. And Vex can be a great finisher for when he has a handful of spells and untapped runes. Right now, he's still drawing. So he's not going to play as many spells as he would normally play. And if he does, it's not going to be in combat because he has time to play around it. Whereas if we're Aurelia here, even not Excel, just putting the GA on her, next turn is immediately a concern. He can't stack points. He can't score. He's got to pay deflect, no cold a week access. So I just think Vex is probably better mid to late, and maybe you drop your Aurelia early if you have GA.
Okay, no, that's a good point. And looks like is going to be equipping over to the Vex, so hopefully it has a little bit of a longer life here than what you can expect with Ezreal. But this is, again, like what you said, probably going to just be a rebuild turn. We're seeing another Ezreal coming in, discarding the Morbid to be able to draw 2. But even still, it's looking like, yeah, he is preparing for battle, but the hard part is it's like you got to be very careful about how you go about doing that.
Yeah, it's real easy to lose tempo from this stage of the game, especially if you let her have a point lead and you're not able to contest because she's just bigger than you are.
So it looks like the Vex is going to be sliding into those DMs of Obelisk of Power, trying to get a point on the board. Then again, we were able to see how big the Charms were able to do here, and opting to pick a Ravenbloom student. Why do you think that is?
I think it's just because Ravenblooms can get to maybe 6, 7, 8, 9 with Ezreal deck, and he's what are we at 6 runes now? So it's very likely that Ravenbloom can get to a number that beats Vex, whereas Ezreal's are relying on something like maybe a repeated Frigid Touch before going in. Things like that. He's just got to play more cards to get the combo moving. Plus, if you get one Ezreal, I mean, he still has the other. He's still going to be able to discount his repeats.
Yeah, that's true. And then, I mean, on top of that, now we got the Mind Splitter coming in. Probably one of the better answers to be able to have at this point in the game, being able to see what's in Aurelia's hand, but maybe, I don't know, what could you even have for 2 to maybe getting rid of a spell? No, there's really
at this point in the game.
Get to see
yeah,
we get to see that Oliver has blonde hair, something that we haven't seen this entire match.
Yeah.
So we'll see what ends up happening there. But it looks like, yeah, the Discipline is going to be going in. Good reaction there to the ability of Mind Splitter, and then is going to be revealing the hand after this. Interesting board state, and kind of liking that we have, some temporary going on in hand.
Sadro, what's good, brother? Welcome in.
I mean, at this point, Tera, what would you be picking?
I mean, we're kind of not liking this hand. Our hand's very slow. We're not showing any well interaction past this point. So we might take Flash just to kind of make it to where we can start clearing up some of these minions he has in hand. We don't care too much about fading. If he rips a Mind Splitter out with a fading memory, sure, we'll probably have scored and kill the unit off of it first, since it has to be at a battlefield. So yeah, it'll probably be Flash just so he can't save these minions over and over.
Yep. So I mean, we'll see, but that's going to be a lot
Ugh.
of hand knowledge there too. So
Did you just get a peek at Ezreal's hand?
I did not.
I think I saw Stupefy, Rebuke, and 2 minions. So instantly
Oh
able to
gosh.
cantrip into the rest of his deck and still have more units. No. Just based off of these
Well,
hands, it's looking very Ezreal pilled to me.
yep. Well, and that's going to be the hardest part too. It's like when Aurelia gets a bad hand, essentially, it can sometimes be very difficult to try to get back into this game and try to fix your hand. Whereas if you get a bad hand with Ezreal, okay, cool. As soon as I see a stack deck or a called shot, I fix my hand almost immediately.
Here's the problem too with 2 Vexes out, and we're still not using the Aurelia. I mean, if he plays a Stellacorn, it's immediately at risk to singularities. He's able to draw his entire deck. He hasn't spent any runes, so he can look for these seals. Arcane shifts are coming up. He's actually throwing that one to the back. Interesting. Did I see him choose a Raven Bloom over Arcane Shift, or was I tripping?
Um,
Rebuke, wages.
Yeah.
What was that card he just chose over? Oh, I think it was Rocket Barrage.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense
That makes
too,
sense.
especially taking out a Guardian Angel.
Yeah, now we could Rocket Barrage. We know no other gears in hand. We set up for a singularity play the following turn, take both Vexes out, and then what do you do as Aurelia?
Yeah, there's not much, especially knowing what's already in hand. You don't have a lot of spell selection to be able to utilize. Even with the Stellacorn Herder, we know that there's one in hand, but there's not much that you're able to do if you don't have any spells to be able to ready it and select it. So tough situation here, but looks like the Ezreal is going to be committing with a Ravenbloom student. And again, this is looking really good for Dylan.
Yeah, with 2 Vexes, you pretty much expect to not be able to play anything in combat next turn, unless, I mean, he's gonna hold that 6 runes up and say, well, I'll pay the extra. I have nothing else to do.
Yep, and he's only seen 1 seal so far, but still the rune count has been incredibly high. This is also maybe one thing that I've been testing in my Aurelia too, is running even just 1 seal. Because sometimes even just that 1 seal can make such a difference in the longevity of your rune count.
Yeah, and with the, I mean, we don't know if this is going to change following bans, but with the high popularity of Miracle decks, I find one-ofs are like almost acceptable because there's so many Zwan Warrens going around.
Yep.
You can almost always pitch and change it. And then, like you said, I mean, it's never bad to have 1 seal.
So especially in how power hungry both of these decks are, it's like, all right, if I can mitigate that to where I'm not setting myself back an entire turn of rune count wise, that I'm still able to utilize that, it makes such a big difference.
We're in a fantastic scenario. I mean, could not really have asked for a better way to get those.
And so still has an Aurelia in the backfield too, but I mean, you're looking at just the card draw difference here. But still, at the same time, I mean, we still were able to see what the Vex was able to do, taking both battlefields, going up to 4. And it's like, if you have answers, ways to be able to deal with the Mind Splitter and things like that, it can be a very difficult situation for Dylan, even with the cards at hand, to try to come back into this game.
I want to say he just grabbed a Fizz.
It's such a powerful card.
We're looking at 2 Rebukes in hand, too, so it's not like we're lacking of options. And we're definitely not lacking of runes, because this will be the 2nd game in a row I've seen that Aurelia sit in champ zone the whole time.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, the Aurelia in and of itself is just so powerful, not only with the deflect, but the fact that it also doesn't have a power cost. That alone, to me, is such a big difference maker, just the fact that it has no power.
Has Aurelia picked up any charms or, I mean, not charms, defies? Nope, no defy. That feels bad.
That hurts, especially now that there is no ganking any longer. So
Wait.
even if you do end up losing.
Did we take the boots there? Is that the right choice?
I think that is because you can still run into the Vex, and especially knowing the hand, even if it was a hand from 2 turns ago.
Okay, yeah, we do.
Oh!
That's pretty big.
Now, is there going to be hard bargain? Nope, looks like it is going to go through. Still a chance
3
for a rebuke.
and 3
And there's,
purples.
come on, not so fast.
Wait,
No! There is no not so fast.
wait, he just used he only paid 2 purples. He only bought him 2 purples just then. He needed to bottom 3.
Oh, shoot. I think, are they correcting?
No, I don't think anybody. He did it so fast, nobody caught it. But I watched him put 2 out and bottom it.
Gotcha. Dang. Yep, that's it. That's an easy mistake to make.
All right, chat. Free Buke. Everybody start putting it. Free Buke.
Yep, definitely. And unfortunately, that Defiant Dance, however powerful that it is, it's like, sorry, by the way, it just was essentially wasted here. And so, or did he tap the seal for the 3rd one?
Did he?
I'm not sure. I thought it was already tapped.
Yeah, I thought it was tapped. It could be. I could be wrong. Maybe. Hold on. I can rewind
I
the
could
VOD.
be wrong. Okay.
No, I
rewind.
can't rewind the VOD. I'm watching on Twitch, and I'm not their sub. All right, we'll do it later. We'll figure it out.
Yep.
Save the free bukes, everybody. We'll give them the benefit of the
Hold
doubt.
back. Hold back.
Hold back. Well, calm down, everybody.
But here we go again, still with the Guardian Angel being, again, able to be utilized here, moving into the Raven Bloom. Yeah, it's multiple are saying it looks like they used Seal for the 3rd power there. So another rebuke, though, coming in, and that is going to be bringing it back. Already, though, Dylan very well could be going up to 6 now, if that's the case. But the Stellacorn Herder is immediately going to be moving in. This might be a bit of a desperation move, because you just got to be able to take that battlefield.
All right, so now we're looking like it's an Aurelia game.
I mean, gotta say, though, that still having to encounter both of those rebukes is something that can really set back Aurelia. So even still, having the rune count, if anything, to be able to continue to answer back with those Vexes, with those units, that Guardian Angel, very much a big difference maker there. And now you've taken care of the Mind Splitter. You've faced 2 rebukes and still lived to tell the tale. This is looking good.
It's not looking too shabby. Ezreal kind of deramped himself all in one turn with the Vexes.
Mm-hmm.
We still see another rebuke.
He did use the seal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a 3rd rebuke. Holy crap.
This is from Fizz. And that should be recycled.
Yeah.
He put that hell right in the grave. All right.
There we go.
It's okay. I do it too.
Yeah, we all do it. I have to tell Tara all the time. I'm like, dude, you're breaking the rules.
Not
like,
true.
I don't even care. I don't even care,
Falsified.
Silent. You're a guaranteed win anyway. So
Fake news.
So, no, this is coming down to it, though. I mean, we're at 46 seconds left. This could end in a tie. That's the hardest part here. And a factory recall, another great way to be able to set back
They better be playing.
Aurelia player a little bit. But you gotta be worried about going to turns here, because Aurelia could start to just get, the points needed to be able to go to 7 and then 8 by the time it's turn 3 here.
But with the hidden card all of a sudden.
A hidden card. So it looks like at this point, Oliver is going to be turn 0. Now, it depends on if they go off of the round timer, because I know sometimes when you're on cast, the actual starting of turn 1 is a little bit different than what you actually have based off the clock.
Right.
That's why I wish they had a die counter for it on screen or something to let us know when turn 0 officially starts. But this is going to be the hard part, because we got to just go in and try to stay ahead here. And so again, here we go, playing out the same exact cards, trying to activate for some movement here. The Aurelia is going to be utilized here to send into the obelisk. Is there going to be a response from Ezreal? He doesn't have the rune count to really have any response.
Yeah, I don't know what we could be looking for. Arcane Shift is interesting. It's not going to get us out of this predicament. We could perhaps replay Fizz and grab something from Grave, push our way up to 7, and then try to hold both points. He only has 6 runes next turn, so it's unless he has a 1 mana cost spell, he shouldn't be able to gank both. And without boots, he won't have that option anyway. But it does look like Ezreal might clear the Stellacorn out.
Yeah, so that's going to be a big play. And then if there's anything to try to do some damage in the back, I'm not sure that there actually is at this point. He would have to repeat Bellows. And it still has the -2 on it until the end of turn. So if he's able to Bellows, then it could be over at that point.
And we're going for Raza. So we're pretty much saying that we're going to hold our point. No more trickery. We can play an Aurelia and then have 1 mana up, so that's not looking optimal, which means we have to kind of work with this Stellacorn we have on board. And without boots, again, it's going to be really hard for us to get over both and through this hidden card. I think an Arcane Shift, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean that's going to be the hardest part too. It's like if there is any, I mean, what even would be the face down card? A Fight or Flight?
It could be the Wages of Pain as well. That
it could be Wages.
I think that we saw him in hand with. I don't know if he ever ended up using it. Which means he's ready to Wages this Stellacorn and then Arcane Shift Ezreal to the other point and say, hey, you can't get over this with anything.
2 of them are Vex.
Not with this mana.
No, and that's going to be the hard part, especially with what is lacking in hand. And it really comes down to either Ezreal wins or Aurelia wins, because he has to take both or Ezreal wins.
Yeah, we're not even worried about turns anymore. All we want to see is what's in that hand, Aurelia.
Just show it to the camera. You don't have to show it to Dylan. Just show it to us. We'll keep the secret.
Shake your head yes or no. Do you have this?
It looks like he's going to be moving in. That's going to be 3-3, but on the move, going to at least maybe draw a card. Now could... Oh! Oliver wears glasses, guys. You've seen it. Okay.
Tung 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 sahur. Anomali mengerikan yang hanya keluar pada sahur.
5.
What's up?
And that's going to be another
Silent
very
Night is
vital
double for
card right
sound.
here.
Yo, Trazoni, thank you for the sub, my man. Silent Night's doubled for sound. Hold on, let me...
Wow.
I thought you guys wanted to just hear him louder. Let me listen back.
So this is still going to be 3 damage. That's a lot there. There has to be a Defiant hand. Otherwise, this is pretty much over.
Accelerate it and also have it be big enough to contest the other battlefield. We're already almost...
It all comes down to this. And even if not, there's still 4 runes at the ready with 3 cards in hand. This has been such a grind and a thrilling match to be able to watch.
For Oliver, right now, it's 3 might for Ezreal, 5 for Stellacorn, but
Yo, appreciate that that resub, by the way, my man. 3 months in a row. Gas.
That resub.
Oh my God. Shh. You can hear me now. I'm trying to figure out why silence doubled.
He has
And now he
so
stopped
many
talking.
cards
Hold
in
on.
hand, but
I'm just not sure we have enough to take that southern battlefield.
I don't think he has the answers.
We conquer, we ready the Aurelia, and then we can target again to ready again, but we need another way to do that.
And sometimes I do wish that we could hear what they were saying to each other.
Who? The casters? Or the players?
That would be nice.
I think I got the
But
double
all the
thing
same,
fixed.
it's all coming down to this. You are at 5-3 right now, but it is a trade with the wages of pain.
All right, I guess I fixed the double sound thing. I don't know how that happened. What's going on? True enough, you sounded like a Egyptian god. You were like, "Rah!" Appreciate that, Trazoni.
Surprised no one else said that on your stream first. They were just like, well, that's just how silence sounds, I guess.
Yeah, it's an accurate.
So, but man, I mean, he's really thinking over on this turn. He does have like a ride the wind, so if he goes over to the other battlefield, but you don't want to be using that readied up. That's the hard part. Dang, this is a tough situation.
We're still in this game? What the hell?
He's really debating on. You missed nothing figuring out that double. So it looks like we are going to be moving back at that point. So the Wages of Pain will not be dealing that damage, but then he only has 2 runes left up. And so going to be drawing a card on the move. But he's going to have to move back in, try to take this battlefield. And he can't get both. I don't see how he can get both.
I mean, there's not a way possible. I mean, we could ride the wind from here, and it's still not enough. Oh, we're just flicker fizz? Oh, wait, wages. Yep. Wages.
So that's 6 damage that could potentially be coming in, and that's going to be the game.
He did have ride.
What? Yeah, he did have ride and stuff. Very well done there. But unfortunately, just the rune count wasn't quite there. If he would have been able to, if the hidden card just wasn't there, Dylan probably would have lost that because you would have been able to get that exchange. But still, that's the power. Ezreal's able to build the hand that he wants essentially, and then go out and dish out some answers.
Look, he's trying not to smile right now. He's trying not to smile. I see that smile coming. You trying not to smile.
I mean, that was a grind of a match. And again, it really could come back to the mentalness that is demanding of that game. When you're sitting there and it was a very dominant Aurelia game 1. And it's like, oh, gosh, all right, well, this is pretty much over. Or at least that's what it can feel like sometimes,
It's Blevins?
Blevins is casting.
Huh.
Yeah, they got 4 different casters this go around, so they've been rotating between them.
Sylveon says, I went to Nexus Night and got Detonate Draven 3 times. Hey, that's what I plan to do to my skirmish.
Your guys' Nexus Nights are brutal, because it's like, at my Nexus Night, I went against Rek'Sai round 1, Ahri round 2, and mid-range Draven round 3. We actually have a pretty diverse meta. I think we have like 4 Azirs that come, 3 Kaisas, about 4 Aurelias. We have a pretty diverse meta. Not a lot of people playing Miracle even.
My locals hates me. I think I'm the only person. I was the only meta slave in set 1, and so by the end of set 1 and coming into set 2, I converted everybody in the store. Everybody was playing the deck they liked until I just walked in with Kaisa 8 times in a row. And then we had just Victors, Kaisas, and Annies for the rest of the set.
Dude, Victor is a lot of fun.
All right, prison player. Wait, it's LND Megan.
Yeah.
It's the boy. This can't be going on right now. They're not.
No. They're showing the last one in Orlando.
Oh, I was about to say, yeah. That's the homie right there. We got to get to hang out with him a little bit in Vegas.
Yeah. What a nerd. No, he was awesome.
What a nerd.
I give everyone a hard time in our group.
You had 5 people day 2 Vegas and 1 guy won best of. Congratulations to him. Which legend was it? Silent Knight was in our group, and he won Best of Content Creators.
Yeah, that's about the only thing I won.
So I mean, you know what I'm saying?
uh,
Sit down, peasants.
lesson learned: do not switch decks a week before a regional. That was. And don't see 4 Auroras in a day. Holy crap. Was I the only one in our group that went against an Aurora?
I had one Aurora Sivir, and I swapped their ass.
That was the only one I actually won, was the Aurora. That was a Sivir Aurora. But man, I went against one Sivir. I went against the best of Volibear Aurora round 1. And then I went against 2 MF Auroras.
You didn't play against Nick Danger on Volley Aurora, did you?
No. It was E3 TCG.
E3T. That's right. Dr. Rick Marshall played against Nick Danger on Volley Aurora too. I think another online competitive goer.
Yeah, there was a couple of people. I know Ed Chu. He's a big Lorcana competitor. He was at the Riftbound match. He was on stream, I think, round 3 with his Volibear Aurora. So, really interesting. So many people picking Volibear.
Hey, but you know what I'm saying? I know y'all heard about that ex-Lorcana player, the Turkey Master. He may not have won anything in the main event, but hey, he was the winner of the ticket receiver for Atlanta. I'm just saying. And what team was he on? Oh, yeah, ours. Ours. Okay. All right.
Do you even have a team name, Tera? Do you?
Technically on 2 teams. One's a practice team, and it's the Bandle boys. So it's BBL, Bandle Blitz Lovers, and then I'm with sponsored wise, I'm with the M&M Misplay Mafia, the Portal team.
Ooh, sponsored. So they give you like a firm handshake every match you go to, or?
Yeah, they slap me on the ass after every match and say, "Good game." Somebody's got to do it.
Yep. You know, we got to celebrate those small victories. You know, that's just how it is. Nah, that's really cool. And so, and that's the biggest thing is I just posted a video on how to take your game to the next level because I asked that on X to see what people said. And it was really interesting. We had some really good responses. Randy, No Veggies. We had some really big competitors, and a lot of them were saying a lot of it relies on your playtest group.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 100,000%. Whoever you play with and surround yourself with kind of determines, like, what you learn, who you're playing your games against. Honestly, like, some people will sit and have just one partner, which could be great, but the people that are locked in with one don't really get the variety of practice and tend to lose matchups that they're just not familiar with. So having like a good medium-sized group with a spread out variety and all players who are like locked in trying to be just as competitive and just as successful, it just like fosters success.
Yeah.
Which I think is why I did before the game had even launched, all of the online players that had formed their own little groups, L&B, the Bandle people, Rift Labs, everybody, you kind of just like could taste the formula from them. You'd see 6 or 7 people on different decks, literally pushing the stats out, having so much knowledge and information of what's going to be good in each scenario. You just can't get that by yourself. It's not like a thing that you can... I mean, you could, but your brain's going to be so fried, and you're not even sure if it's going to work because you have nobody to be like, yeah, this worked for me too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, and that I think is going to be probably one of the biggest things there is playtesting is everything. And sometimes it comes down to you pick a deck and you stick with it. Because even having those kinds of reps... Did the stream end?
I'm watching an ad right now. Even though you told me there were no ads.
No, there are no ads.
I've seen 2 this stream.
Not for content creators, just so you know. So if you
Did the stream end? Because I can't hit play.
It's a black screen right now for me.
What the hell?
Are they making a new one?
GG,
yeah. Man, they've been having some technical difficulties on all this.
Power went out again. That's what happened.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I'm going to be curious. We have a lot of stuff that's going to be starting to be revealed on Monday for Unleashed. That's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see what's brought there. But yeah, I think that's going to have a huge impact on things. I mean, we've already seen the Baron Nashor be revealed. I mean, that's Tera's favorite card. He's already blown it up into a body pillow.
Oh yeah, I hope I get a legend too. I want to rock Baron the Legend.
That would be cool. That would be cool because we kind of we didn't necessarily have that, but we had like the Elder
Trey Zoni,
Dragon
you're breaking
and
my heart.
Tera.
I wish I
And
was
that
back
was a
on
lot
Miracle
of fun.
Silver. I hate Miracle Draven.
But that card was so broken they banned it, so it is what it is.
Oh, Baron doesn't have the champion tag. Did somebody just pointed that out? Damn, dude.
Oh, that's it.
You just broke my fucking heart, bro. I've been thinking about that this whole time. Oh, my dreams are crushed. Because, like, I was thinking, if we get a Baron, then we'll get a Dragon, and then the Dragon champion could make a Dragon deck, because everybody's like, oh, let's do Dragon Volley, but no, fuck that, do Dragon.
Well, and my guess is we are going to, because there's 220 cards, 219 cards of this set. My guess is that we are getting every dragon, the Elder Dragon and all the other ones. And then we might even be getting some of like the jungle units, which could also be really interesting.
Somebody said power outage at venue. Is that real? I was joking, but if that's real,
yeah, we were joking about that. That's hilarious. That's sad, but well, guys, that might be it.
What are we at someone's grandma's house, like filming this? Like, where is this shit taking place?
Apparently, it was at a venue, but we'll see. That's oops.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we can watch Silent Night. Watch Silent Night talk to myself. Let me go to YouTube. Let me get your facial expressions in.
So yeah, that's going to be. I mean, it'll be interesting. We're still going to be refreshing to hopefully get back at this, but
dang.
Yeah, I think they're probably just going to be scrambling and trying to get things going, but let's see what Plus is doing.
Do we know how many rounds it is? Like, was there like is it 8 today or is 5? What are they?
9 today. 9 today.
9?
Which is crazy because, they have 300 competitors.
Huh? We had 1,700. We did 7 or 8 in one day.
Yeah. We did 8 in one day, and then up to round 13, day 2 before Top Cup, and that was into top 8.
Well, we did 9 in Houston, but
yeah, but Houston had top 64, and so it was a little easier to get into that top 64.
I think it was only top 32 in Houston.
Was it? No, because Gale Wins, I thought, lost in top 64.
Was it? I thought round 1 was 32, round 2 was 16 round, and then after 2 matches we were in top 8, and then it was the top 8 play, because was it 1 extra round? I could be wrong, but I think I remember when I was we were watching
when
for
I was
Prismat.
actually there.
Yeah, we were watching for Prismat to make it through. I think Gale made it to. He won his first game of day 2 and then lost the second game. And where did he place?
Because I thought he was like in the 40s. Because he got the best of Yasuo.
We'll have to ask him.
Yeah. So we'll see. But right now, it doesn't look like that the stream is quite coming back yet. We're still refreshing and hoping. Let me check X to see if they've posted anything. At least it happened after a game, so that's good.
While we wait, let Silent tell you about this Quadcast S. I think I've had that same mic.
Yeah, the hard part is it's like I've got so many different mics, but the hard part is it's like I got the Rode here, And the hard part is on screen, especially with it being a stick mic, it takes up just so much space. This one's good, but it picks up every sound around, which really sucks. Because my laptop sounds like a plane taking off. It's like the middle of a pod race or something. You know? And so I was like, you know what? This is on sale. It was like $100 instead of near $200. I was like, you know, I like it. And it lights up.
Oh, Mary says Houston was top 64. My friend made it to day 2 and lost to Allen. In Houston, yeah. I was 6'3" for Houston, so, you know, I wouldn't know about that day 2 life.
Yeah.
You know, I hit so many Aurora. You want to talk about hitting Auroras? That was my Houston run. And that was when I was on Kaisa, and you did not want to see Aurora.
Nope. Let's see.
You have the standings right here. Are they still playing in the dark?
I gotta see, because I'm looking at PPG Pittsburgh.
So 5 rounds have been played so far?
Yeah, and we're looking at 4 more to go.
Oh, we're back.
Oh, we're back! Yay!
Oh my God, you might be right. What's up with their camera, bro?
Let's take a look.
There's like one of them looks like it fell in water.
I mean, it probably did. Yeah, that was the same issue that they had. And Andrew is now going to be going against player 1. So, I mean, feel bad. I don't know why his parents decided that was the name, but they did.
Yeah, they probably never even gave him the first controller either.
Yeah, and that neckbeard game is strong.
I can't even see it yet. I'm watching an ad about Uncrustables.
I don't know how I'm avoiding ads. Maybe I followed them before, and they're like, yeah. But kind of crazy. At least they have a screen a little bit. So, and we get to see some more gameplay. Now, we did see Andrew a little bit earlier, so I'm kind of surprised that he's already back on stream. I mean, this is going to be our third Ezreal in a row.
They're showing 4-0 here, like this is still the previous round.
They're so slow to update sometimes.
Yeah, I don't even hear casters. I don't even think they got the sound back online yet. They just got the video.
Yep. So at least they got the video. That's a big thing.
True, true. I mean, somewhat. We got like 1.5 video. 1.5.
I mean, better than sometimes the crotch shot of the play. That happened in Andrew's round where the camera like shifted over and you could only see half of the battlefields and then the crotch of the player as he's just playing,
man.
you know.
I wish
it's like,
that would
all right, cool.
I wish that would happen to me.
Oh, viewership would plummet at that point.
Viewership would rise, buddy. Viewership would skyrocket. And my audience would turn 97% female. I hope.
It's like that's how you get new people into the game right there.
Sure, yeah. They're like, what is he playing? I want to join.
Whoa, did we just blip to a board state?
Huh? Hold on. They just played 8 cards? What happened here? Wait, are we still playing fucking Ezreal Aurelia? What's going on? Dude, we're traveling through time right now. I can actually see their browser. Whoever is streaming this is browser over Wages of Pain. I can almost make out their IP address.
Holy, this is such a weird situation, but it is what it is. Here we are.
Is this real? It's a long hair. It must be mine. Just get Twitch Turbo, no ads on the whole platform.
Yeah, next level play right there. So this is going to be interesting, though, to see what Aurelia is able to do. I mean, we've already seen an Ezreal that's been able to do a lot. This time, of course, we are opting into an Aurelia earlier into the game, so...
Wait, we're playing the deck?
Yeah, so we'll see what ends up happening, but as of right now, Ezreal does have a board state already developed, but with 5 runes left up from Aurelia, That can sometimes be a little bit dangerous.
I just think that this Aurelia player knows what's up. You know what I'm saying? That deflect text, very, very important. And it almost looks like the Ezreal possessioned the Vex over because no Vex on the side of Aurelia's board, but it's going to be mighty scary for Ezreal to have.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with you there. And then on top of that, we have the Obelisk game 1. So it looks like that Jaizen ended up going with the Obelisk there. And that's a pretty common play because you already know that your opponent is going to be utilizing their Obelisk. It's such a common battlefield at this point. And so it's like, well, if you can capitalize on that twice in a match, that is such an advantage. It's like, hey, by the way, can I just play Called Shot for free?
A little bit of free buke.
You got to be careful with that. A lot of these competitors have been going into starting to draw their cards before checking if there is a Defy or anything. And so I think there's been 2 times where that's happened. So, but even as of right now, it looks like it is 7-5. So we're going to be doing a Frigid Touch that is going to be repeated. So that is going to be -4. That still is, though, a deflect 2 there.
Deflect who? Oh. Now see, this is what I'm talking about. Aurelia has way more runes than they had in the previous game, set up with Protect the President, double gear on board. We almost don't even care about them having a Vex because, well, maybe we do. Did he just pay 2 for Discipline? It needs to be 3 and a green, buddy.
Yep, and I'm sure he's checking on that. Yep, 3 and a green. There we go. That is costly, but at least you get the card draw. And also adding +3.
See, here's the thing. With Aurelia's ability, getting the extra +1 from it almost makes it worth it.
Almost.
Draw a card +3 for one, and there's nothing wrong with that.
That is way too late of a play to be tapping for Ezreal. It's like that Frigid Touch has been gone a whole 30 seconds.
I wonder.
Looks like trying to dig a little deeper. Another Called Shot coming in, trying to get any answers. I mean, heck, at this point, how do you not find one? And it looks like he easily has found one.
Trazoni says that you hit it on the nail on the head with not waiting for Called Shot stack deck. He got reprimanded, and now he has to wait for the go from the opponent.
Oh.
Yeah, it happens, man.
You got to be so careful with that, especially because it's like, well, and we don't necessarily go against a lot of green, so a lot of times it's like, oh yeah, let's just go for it. And I'll even like tease my opponent a little, not like horribly, but like a little bit where it's like, hey, I might have hard bargain. He's like, oh yeah, sorry. I'm like, I don't, but keep going,
I never say that. Every time any play happens, I go, hold on. No, okay, you're good.
So, if I'm going against a friend, I'll always joke with him and I'll just be like, hard bargain, and I'll just say it. And it's so funny how many times they just accept me saying hard bargain. And they'll be like, oh yeah, it's good. And I'm like, dude, I haven't even played the
Dude, I'll tap the runes and everything.
No, I don't tap the runes. I just see if they actually just take the word for it, like me just saying hard bargain.
Nah, my friends, if they're playing against me, I won't even be green, and I'll tap and say Defy. They never do it, though.
Yep.
FY,
but that's going to be a big loss right there.
Yeah, losing the GA is one thing. I do see second boots in Aurelia's hands, so she kind of would rather not have to lose. The only thing keeping Aurelia alive. 4 runes left up, though. I don't think he's going to have a cheap option to deal with her. I see a Defiant Dance. I mean, we're handful of buff, but we have nothing to protect the president. Oh, was that a second Aurelia I saw, though? So we don't care what happens to this one.
Yeah. It's expendable. We have 2 presidents.
That's what I like to see. I was always telling the Aurelia players this. before Vegas, there was a lot of people that was just wanting one copy, which I get if you're trying to play with like Purple Draven or Vex, and there's like these other guys you want to play, but having 2 or 3 Aurelias and your opponent like expending way too much to take care of one for you to just go, man, I play the second one from my hand. So that could just win you whole games.
And then, well, here I go killing again, and just.
However, this is a mighty big board from Ezreal. Mighty big board. We're looking at 15 on one side. Aurelia's going to have to burn 3 buff spells to get over that. And then he still has Arcane Shift that... Ooh, imagine he Arcane Shifts Vex to the other battlefield and then makes him pay more for anything in the fight. Then you look at it and you go, oh, I hate life.
Yeah, that would be a play. That would be a play. That's even a line that I didn't even necessarily think about. This is why you have a playtest group with Tera, because he finds the lines you won't think of.
It'd be scary. But again, like Aurelia could just play around it here by pre-buffing. I mean, whatever you think you're going to have to play, you play beforehand. And you have to just consider that, like, Arcane Shift is either bringing Vex in or Ezreal or taking something out. And we still have no GA next turn.
Yep, and so, again, though, we're going to see what Andrew's able to do here. The nice part is again, if you can deal with the 1 or 2 Aurelias here, there's the Rebuke. Do you have a not so fast? But if you're able to deal with the very few units that are on board, then you are in such a great place. But those 2 units are always going to be very difficult to kill.
All right, we're tapping out. Are we perchance playing our second Aurelia, equipping boots and running it down? Or maybe just leaving her in the back line? We kind of lose from this position if we don't do something now. But again, Arcane Shift is still up for the Ezreal player. I don't think there is a way. He is readying it, though. He's going to try to get over her. He could just Arcane Shift Vex out. Next turn, attack over Aurelia, win the game. Like, I don't think there's very little. Oh, we just Rebuke and win the game that way. Sure.
Oh gosh, that is a setback. And I mean, you're more than happy to play those runes, really. That's not a huge loss, especially setting back an Aurelia like that. They are tapped out. You can now spend your turn building your turn again, and then being able to continue to maintain just a very powerful board state here. And so very well done there. This is going to be a very much an uphill climb for the Aurelia player.
Yeah, Aurelia's going to have to double conquer to even threaten a win with Aspirant's Climb. So Ezreal has all the chances to really just pull back here, let him spin 5 runes plus to get Aurelia out, and then he'll only have about 3 runes to defend with. Oh, and he's not going to be able to defend from that much of a board. There's no way. I think this is Ezreal's game.
No. Yep. Well, and it looks like actually Andrew Duvall, he is an ex-world champion for Dragon Ball Super's Masters.
A Thick Daddy, thank you for the follow on Twitch, man. Welcome
a guy
in. Welcome
that
in.
knows the card game world and the strategy that it takes. And I mean, he's been able to play so incredibly well with his Ezreal deck. And you're able to see what it's able to do here. And it's like, all right, cool, you have an Aurelia. You're spending all of these runes to get things going just so that you could potentially get 1 point and maybe have 3 runes to try to answer that board state. And watch, he's just going to go Fizz, Rebuke, win. Guaranteed, you know.
There's very little that can be done here. This is definitely an Ezreal match. The good news is since we're opening Aspirant's Climb, it kind of hurts the decks that want to stay under you. It kind of means, like, as a Raza deck that we're going to have a little bit longer to develop. And Obelisk of Power pushes Ezreal a lot further towards getting 6 or 7 draws in a turn. Where for his Aurelia, she uses that mana advantage just to get a point lead on the opponent. Is it a beast below?
Yeah, he played it. We've seen him play it in round 3 versus Dizzy, sorry. And so, yeah, looks like that's going to be the scoop and the win. I mean, that is just such a powerful answer there from Andrew. Very well done. And, yeah, I mean, that double rebuke turn, that's insane.
Yeah, it's looking really good. It's one of those things. Ezreal has such a high skill ceiling that if you know your stuff and you know how to maneuver through the deck, you make it look like it's untouchable.
Yeah, and I mean, just gosh, that's, and again, I this is the thing that I think is a big difference maker is sometimes I feel like as competitors, we are way too worried about the Aurelia deflect. And so we'll be like, we'll hold off. Yeah, we have like a fight or flight, a rebuke or something, but I don't want to have to sacrifice 3 runes for it kind of thing. And it's like, well, that could really set them pretty far back, you know, and sometimes it's like, all right, you know, we need to be able to be more comfortable of playing into the Aurelia deflect because that can make just such a big difference if you're able to find those answers.
Right. Is that Max from what's that podcast called? The one that Gale does? That's not Max.
Yeah.
That's Max?
I think, yeah, that's Max. I always say his last or his name wrong. It's like Max Tempera,
I think.
Tempura.
Yeah.
Tempura. He's deep fried.
Surely that's wrong, but
well, that's the funny part because like when I first started making content for Riftbound, this was like 2 months before the game came out. I talked about one of his videos and was talking about the game, and he commented and he's like, "You said my name wrong." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Max." Like, I'm like, I'm just this new content creator. I don't know, man. I don't know. So, I mean, and he was nice about it and everything, and we've gotten together and ran games and stuff.
Yeah.
It was funny though because, oh, go for it.
No, I was gonna say I've seen him talk in the main Discord with the other content creators and stuff, but I haven't met him myself yet. I don't think.
Yeah, no, he's a really cool guy. He had a really good idea for gameplay videos where he would go against other content creators via webcam.
Ooh.
But the reason why I don't do that kind of content is because I have to manually add in every single card, you know, so that people actually can read and know what's going on. And he didn't realize that it's about 3 hours per game of of editing cards in if you don't have it automatically automated, like what Runes and Rift and Rift Labs does.
Yeah, that's why you haven't seen as much IRL content from me, like going to locals and stuff as well. As like the level that I would want it at is there's so much editing that would be involved. You guys wouldn't see that video till the next set. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But
that's the thing. Oh yeah, go for it.
No, I was gonna say, you know, Chai TCG.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chai. That's why. Recently, I was watching some of Chai's videos, and I like the format that he does. Where he just has like the GoPro on his head. He's playing through the locals. He's not doing anything. He's not talking to the camera or anything during the match. He's playing it like the camera's not even there. And then he just goes back and then like adds text over certain parts. So that gives you like an idea of what he was thinking in that moment. And it eliminates the need, since it's a GoPro like format, it eliminates that kind of that kind of need. And you're looking at like, you're looking at his perspective. You see his hand and stuff. It's almost got me convinced to buy a GoPro and do that. Yeah.
Oh, you would look so cool at locals wearing a GoPro on your hat. I mean,
they already think I'm a problem. If I show up with a GoPro, they're not even gonna want to talk to me anymore. They're gonna be like, "Oh God, I think it's that guy." Fuck, and he's recording it. Oh my God, that's Chai TCG Trazoni, CHAI TCG. Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, here's going to be a good start, though, going in with a sneaky deckhand to try to get into those DMs and get some early points going on. I mean, but you're already seeing the explosiveness that Andrew is able to get going here. Not only just getting a card sharp out, but also just the Ezreal play here.
Hey, what am I looking at right now? on the Aurelia side. Like, what is that? Is that a Union Arena card? What's happening?
I'm not sure. Is that
It's not Aurelia, I can tell you that.
It's not Aurelia.
That's not Aurelia, and I didn't know we could do that. And if we can sub
Not a-
cards,
Yeah, because we were talking with David when I was doing my Champions of the Rift tournament, and he said if you have different cards or like alt art cards and stuff like that, check with the head judge to see if they're cool with it. Because more often than not, they probably will be,
yeah,
and then you're able to use some alt arts.
that's not an alt art. I see 1500 at the bottom left, and that we don't go that high in Riftbound. It did nothing. But
Not
wait a
yet,
minute.
that's set 4.
I think I see colors at the top left though. Am I tripping?
Yeah, I'm
What
not
is
sure.
this? Somebody please, like, can we get a blow up? Like, what is 1500? I don't understand that, but I see colors. Is this like anime
Is that
girl
Union
Aurelia?
Arena? Yeah. The quote
Oh,
down below just says "ooh."
He got rid of it.
I don't know.
What the fuck happened? And I noticed Aurelia on the other side of the mat. So that wasn't even like.
Oh yeah, Tara. What we need to do is getting those Ray-Bans, that come with the glasses, with the camera automatically built in. That's like some 4K stuff and
Meta glasses.
Yeah, I wanted to get one just because, like, I do a lot of go-kart racing and stuff, and I used to be a sim racer before all of this, and it's like I wanted to start uploading like my go-kart races and start doing content like that, but I decided to do Riftbound, and it went okay.
Oh,
So,
you know
but-
what? I just had a beautiful idea.
uh-oh.
We get Silent Night to 10K subs on YouTube, and we'll do an IRL go-kart racing with some Riftbound content creators.
Ooh, that'd be kind of cool. Man, you wanted to ride the roller coaster with me, and then you're like, I'm too tired, man.
That was
I'm too
not me.
tired.
I did not. I was the whole weekend. I was like, we need to ride this. We need to go ride this roller coaster. We need to ride this roller coaster. And then, like, it's the only free time we have is after day 2 at like 10 o'clock at night. And nobody wants
Vegas
to go.
I wanted to go.
It was
Vegas
just-
is the city that never sleeps, and I was ready.
It was
to
literally
ride that
just
with
me and you. It was just me and you. Everyone else in the B&B, it was me and Silent. There were like 8 of us there. Me and Silent were like, dude, let's go. Let's hit the city. We're trying to do some stuff. I wanted to hit the Omega Mart. I wanted to do some crazy stuff. Everyone in that B&B went, I'm tired. It's 10 o'clock. I think I'm going to go to sleep now. And then if you guys want to
Yeah.
go, you can.
And then meanwhile, we have Brocane laughing his head off every 5 seconds. If anyone just looks at him, I don't know what was going on with that.
You could not get him to stop laughing. Silent, I don't know what it was in that B&B, but Silent turned on some kind of how you guys see him over as a content creator. He turned into a feral form of that, and it was the funniest thing ever. So much so that I don't think Brocane could open his eyes for 4 hours straight.
No.
Just crying, just it was a good time.
No, that was the funniest part is like, I do try to be professional and cordial and things like that, especially even when meeting people in person. But I don't know what it was, but when I met like you and Brocane in person, I went from like 0 to 100 on roasting.
He became
And it just kept going and going, but the hard part was you guys kept just setting yourself up with it. And so
layup. No, it was like a comedy show. Honestly, I wish I did catch some of it on video. You guys will have to wait and see when the vlog drops from Vegas. But it was a good time. It was a good time. I think
it was a lot of fun.
Some IRL collabs would be interesting.
That'd be really cool. Yeah, and so and let's see, after Atlanta, we have what's the next one? Is it Hartford, Connecticut?
Yeah, for
and then Canada.
Oh, do you think we could stay with Prismat?
If so, I get to be Big Spoon.
It's crazy. Prismat's taller than both of us combined.
Yes. But no, that'll be cool. I gotta get a job first. If I can get a job, then I'll definitely get going on that.
You hear that, Riot?
That'd be so cool.
You hear that, Riot?
So I'll have to go for some sponsorships or something in the meantime, but we'll go from there. But no, if I could get a job, I would 100% love to just go to all the regionals that I can and try to get things going with that, because it was just so much fun. Not even just like, being with the team and being able to see all you guys in person. That in and of itself was just absolutely amazing. But even just being able to meet everyone there too, and just playing the game that we love was just a whole different experience.
Yeah. Meeting everybody is like one of the best parts, but then seeing everybody that has been working so long online come together in person and like just put the fruits of our labors into existence. It's amazing. Also meeting you guys, meeting everybody that comes to our chats and stuff every day was probably one of the coolest experiences. One of our subs over here got best of Lucian, and even though we really wanted Matt to get it in our group, it was really cool seeing that someone that I'd interact with on a daily really be putting that work in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and that was something that was really cool too, because there was also the guy that got best of Darius. He's on Batsu's streams a lot and things like that, and he knows that me and Batsu get together sometimes and do some gameplay and things like that. And so he found me and he's like, "Guys, I'm going into like the final round, and here we go." And it was just so cool to be able to like connect with him in that sense, because it's like we have seen each other and stuff. And it's definitely something unique that's really special.
But I'll tell you what's not unique and special is this gameplay that we're witnessing on stream. I'm seeing a lot of stuff leaning me towards Ezreal again, just because of how developed we are. Again, if Ezreal finds those seals early and we get to this point where we have going on 12 runes next turn, we could play half of our deck in one turn.
Well, and that's going to be the hard part. And we're seeing how much this Beast is playing into this. I mean, look at that. Being able to bounce back a Fizz. So you're going to be automatically able to utilize the Fizz's ability again. And then not only that, now you have an 8-mite unit out and you bounced back the Stellacorn.
But these are a lot more runes for Aurelia than we're used to seeing. Do we have another president in hand, or is it going to be Stellacorn and Search? That is the question. 3 up for Ezreal. It is going to be. Oh, we still have one in
Aurelia. Yeah, and then going to be auto equipping and then readying it up. And dude, it'd be so crazy if Aurelia also had Weapon Master on it. That'd be hilarious, but so broken.
4, 5, 6, 7. She should be at 8, right? Or no?
Yeah,
7. She should be at 7.
One for Guardian, 2 for one for being readied, and 1 for being chosen. So looks like the Vex is going to be still having to pay a lot here with Defy coming in. That's going to be a little extra. Going to be called shouting to continue to try to find those answers. I mean, this is just such an insane gameplay. Just the versatility that you're able to get out of this.
The only good news
Frigid
is
Touch. And so that's going to be another +2 deflect.
We can still play the Defiant Dance and win this, but our rune count is not looking very good anymore. If we do that,
especially
we'll be triple.
Yeah. Because, I mean, that's going to cost 2 and 2 power for a Defiant Dance, which is a big swing, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's right. It only costs 2 for Frigid Touch. He played it once, so we still have 2 runes up for anything else. That could be so much.
That's the hard part. 2 is such a powerful number in this game. There is so many just overpowered spells that just cost 2. And so we'll see.
Oh, taking the defeat on it. Oh, no. Not
Oh
the
my
factory
gosh.
recall. We're cooked. Yo, we're so cooked. Ezreal just won this. That's so big.
Love the factory recall in that deck. So even after all that, now it is very much forcing out just so much rune recycling here to be able to get things moving, to just stay alive. And even then, you've gone from, what was it, like 7 runes down to 3.
And so what is Aurelia at right now? Can we get an accurate representation, please?
I mean, I think that's what Andrew is saying right now. What are you even at?
I bet a Stupefy comes down and just ends the entire game here.
Gosh, could you imagine? I mean, because you already have the board state pretty much developed up. Aurelia is going to be struggling with runes for the rest of the game.
Oh, the bellows breath.
Ooh, but again, that's going to be a lot of deflect again.
Look at our runes on Ezreal and then look our runes on Aurelia. I'll take a little deflecting.
Yeah. And again, that's what I said. Like, sometimes, you know, we do fear the deflect on Aurelia too much, but you got to be just a little bit more calculated with it. But yeah, if you're able to take full advantage of it, it is such a difference maker there. And so even after all that, this very well could be a trade. Yep, it's a trade.
And
Holy.
We're on Aurelia's turn still, so the good news is... Hello? We want to lose all of our minions? We're already at 4 points. Why are we doing that? Oh, no. Yeah, and our hand does not look like a good hand for next turn. So if we conk to 4 here, Aurelia is going to have no choice but to play a unit and pass next turn, giving Andrew the chance to go up to 6 and taking the lead on this game. I really don't see a way for it with Aurelia's hand. She comes back. Clanker is the only thing that we can play.
Well, and on top of that, too, it's like there's the potential of even developing the Rasas and units like that. And so...
Mind Splitter. Oh, and
so, I mean, there's a lot of cards in hand at this point, too, so I'm not necessarily... But you at least get the hand knowledge of this is what they have. And that in and of itself can be a very big clue into what you need to do.
Yeah, it's looking pretty over. It's going to go to Aurelia next turn. We're going to be able to play Stellacorn, and that's it if we want to keep her alive, which means we're giving this Ezreal. Oh, and that's right. Yeah. All right, chat. This one's cooked. There's no way I couldn't. There's zero card combos that gets you out of this for Aurelia here. Nothing.
Yep.
The best we could do is maybe Excel. We don't even have a 1 mana cost spell to Excel Stellacorn, put her on point, and hide the FOF. There's zero. If we had Defiant Dance, we would have to burn it to get Stelly on point, hide the FOF, draw 3 or 4 from the targets and the moves, and pray that our next turn she's still alive. And we have, like, Boots double Defiant Dance to get over.
Well, and that's the hard part, too. You see all those cards at hand. Doesn't matter if you don't have the runes to play it. And that's where Aurelia can be such a difficult deck. Because it's like, all right, well, we got to sacrifice a lot of runes and then just pray.
He can replay Vex here, or he could replay, like, something small and then go maybe Mind Splitter. Wonder what he's thinking. He could be Ezreal, but then he can't play Mind Splitter. He just plays a Vex. Or he could replay Vex and pass. Pull back the Beast Below will probably be the best option.
Yeah, I can agree with you there on that. I think that would be the play here. Looks like the Vex is going to be coming out. Again, don't have to pay the power cost. And even just leaving 3 up.
Arcane Shift again. Like...
Yep. Oh, but looks like, yeah, going to be sacrificing 1 for the Rasa. Double checking that he has 10 cards.
He has 8.
He does not.
That's why you play the Rasa before you do the last rites. I thought that might happen.
Yeah. So now he has to add another card to the discard to be able to play out the Rasa.
Big Sag. This means no... Oh, wait. Vex does mean we can still play Arcane Shift for 2.
Yep.
So we're actually... Yeah, we're so fine with that. Yeah. Let's watch the Aurelia do nothing and concede the match, everybody. Congratulations, Andrew. 0 ways to get out of this.
Very well done by Andrew, and he was a very fun competitor to watch. I think it was, round 3 or round 4? I think it was round 4 that he went against Dizzy, and that was casted. Very well done from both competitors. That was versus a mid-range Draven, and it came down to it. But Andrew just had full control there, and just seems very comfortable with this deck.
Yeah, it's one of those hybrids between Miracle and Prison that, honestly, I can't believe that Gale Winds isn't playing, because that seems like his type of play style. But I do think Aurelia is one of the decks that has a better chance into Ezreal. I think Draven actually might take a little bit more of a beating if we're on good curve, just because of the constant clear. Mid-range, of course, not Miracle. Miracle just spew crap. But Aurelia is one of those decks that has a high skill ceiling, and you have little room for error because you are going to deramp a lot.
And that's the hardest part, because it's like not only just the card draw that you need to utilize, not only the balance of power cost with momentum, but you have to be able to maintain that and calculate correctly and do so much, essentially 100% correct, in order to even stand a chance. And I think that's why we haven't necessarily seen Aurelia be as dominant, especially in the day 2 of tournaments, in a long time.
Oh, okay. He did find an interesting line here. If you're worried about the Arcane Shift for 3, you have to FOF back the Vex. And we do have boots to be able to make it to the other side of the battlefield. But for 2, a Frigid Touch could come down and still pretty much ruin this. We have On Guard in hand. We have no Defiant Dance. So our only option here is Pray.
Yeah, I think you're right there. But this is going to be big. Is there going to be any type of response? A Lonely Poro, one of the worst cards to draw off the top at the end game.
Yep, and being this tapped out just all but assures that Ezreal can walk over both battlefields next turn with very little... and the Rebuke. That will end it, yep. Rebuke
so long,
out.
That was a great match. But yeah, that is gonna be it right there. So, I mean, just a big win. Another very powerful, dominant win from Andrew. We've already, again, like I said, have seen him multiple times in this tournament. He's been casted. Also, 3 Ezreal matches in a row. Kind of interesting there. But, it is what it is, and a great job done for Andrew.
I want that Poro in the back of Urside's frame.
Mm-hmm. I mean, might need a little bit of books back there, too. That's just empty shelf with the Q Poro. But, we take what we can.
That's all we need.
Yeah, exactly. And so, no, but very well done from competitors, or from both competitors there. Unfortunately, though, it just seems like Ezreal, especially Andrew, just understood the assignment there. He understood the matchup so incredibly well that he's just like, all right, this is what I'm presented with. These are the cards I've been dealt. Here we go. And just was able to get answer after answer time and time again. And I really do think that it is the fact that he does have the call shots, that he does have these stacked decks, that he can just find the answers no matter what situation he's in.
Yeah, it's one of those decks that you kind of just got to play a card and know what you're looking for. There's no limit to what you can do, but high skill ceiling means that if you don't know exactly what you're looking for at the right time, bye-bye.
Yep, and that's going to be the big thing, too, is I just think that Ezreal has such a high skill cap. When I was at my locals, right after Allen won the EU regional, all of a sudden we had a huge uptick, of course, of Ezreal going to our locals. And it was so funny, though, because after, like, round 2, I was overhearing, like, 2 or 3 people saying, like, yeah, I'm not playing this deck.
Yeah, this deck sucks.
And like, I went up to them, I'm like, dude, like, you gotta understand, you need the reps. I mean, you gotta imagine how many reps Andrew, how many reps Allen's has been able to put in just to get at the level that they needed to be at to run Ezreal as efficiently and fluid that they could. And that's the thing. It's like, dude, you got to put in the work. You can't just sit down thinking this deck won the EU regionals and you're going to take every game because of that.
Yeah, and there's something that I figured out real fast playing Miracle, that even if you know your deck and you know your lines and you can play at a reasonable pace, you might end up facing a mirror. You might end up facing another Miracle, and your opponent may not be as fast. So if you're playing 2 decks that spell out, I'm going to play this entire game out, you're likely going to hit time. And there were a lot of times where, even though on Miracle Sivir I knew my entire line and I went through it as fast as I could, if I didn't 2-0 that match, we would have went to time.
Yep.
We only had time to play 2 matches, and we were going fast. So it's just it's one of those things, and that's also why you see players like Randy and other players jumping off of the Miracle train that they were on, was because even if you're as fast as can be, your opponent isn't always, and you could take one tie that kicks you out of day 2 from that.
Yep. And that's the thing. Ties are so killer, especially in the new format that we now have for where we are just going into a top 8 after 13 rounds. You know, it's like, if I even go into a top 32, okay, cool. Ties don't have nearly as big of an impact. But when you're going into that top 8, it's like, all right, cool. Well, if I get a loss and a tie, I'm out, period. Sorry.
Oh,
and
man.
do I want just the deck matchup to be the one taking me out of that?
It's harsh, and it's not just in play person either. A lot of the online tournaments do have some form of top cut when you get to like invitationals and such. One that we know a lot of is Runes and Rift, and they do top cut to 4. So tiebreakers are so imperative in that I almost know by round 1 or 2 if I'm going to make top cut. Just because if I've 2-0'd every game, there's so little room for error when it comes to that people just they don't understand that you playing on time could just knock you out of your entire tournament.
Yep.
Sometimes you want to sit and think, and you want to be in the tank, and you want to make the right decision, but you got to know when to look over at the clock and understand how your opponent's pace has been and go, we're not going to have time to finish this.
Yep.
We're going to have to play.
And that's also the hard part too, especially because there also might be times that your opponent is okay with the tie.
Yeah.
And that's scary because, I mean, we had it happen in Vegas to one of our teammates that he went against someone, and the person was even like watching the clock, and then as soon as it went to time, he's like, I'm turn 0, pass, kind of thing. And it was like, wait, what, dude? No. Like, you know, and unfortunately the guy was, you know, a little too nice at that moment, but yeah, ended up losing to a tie because of that.
Yeah, I was put in those positions a couple of times where I was looking at the clock, and we're in the start of game 2 with 20 minutes left, with 18 minutes left. And I can't tell you how many times in Vegas I was like, hey, man, I'm not trying to rush you or anything, but we're not going to finish this game. And players continued to sit in the tank after me saying that and going, still in game 2, just like thinking through stuff. And they're like, yeah, I know, man. And I'm like, I don't think you do, because if I'm 1-0, so if you're trying to play me for a tie here, this is not going to be good.
Yep. And luckily, you didn't tie out on anything.
No, I didn't tie. I didn't tie on anything, but I did lose to rounds, like the point progression, like on rounds, a couple of, like twice. Yep. Two of my losses, we were in round timer when it happened, and so it was like, I'm also not the type of guy that wants to shoot for a tie. Like, I don't want both of us to get kicked out of not being able to top cut, especially if we've already X'd one, and a tie would mean like certain defeat. But it just happens. Some people are just hey, tough luck.
Yep. And that's the game. And sometimes you got to also be, maybe a little bit more strict on things too, because some people that's what they take full advantage of. That's the hard part. And they're also, and they very well might even be okay with the tie. That's the hard part too. And they're like, well, I don't want a loss, so I'll just take the tie. The hard part is too, though, is then also for the rest of the tournament, you're being matched up against everyone else who also tied.
Right.
Which can be a big game changer too.
Right. I mean, sometimes it can be for the better. Sometimes it can be for the worse. I think in Houston, I lost my first game, and I realized what a different bracket it is, and morale wise from that point forward. Whereas in Vegas, I had a round 1 bye, and so I was going against everybody that was like, "Oh, I'm already 1 game up. My mind state is at max capacity. I'm about to tear through everybody in this bracket." It just creates a different feel.
Yeah. Almost the same feel as riding a roller coaster in Vegas with your friends, but I wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah, I wish somebody could tell me, because didn't have any friends that wanted to do that with me.
Yeah. Prismaticism didn't even want to play. He had time. He got knocked out in the top 8 and stuff. Still didn't want to go on the roller coaster with us.
It's crazy, man. See, I couldn't see Prismat on a roller coaster though. I don't even know if they have those in Canada.
Nah. Would he even scream is the big thing. I don't think he even would.
That man would go,
I think
woo.
he would have the same stone cold expression the whole time.
A slight smirk, and he'd be like, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, nah, he's awesome. He's great. But yeah, no, that's the funny part. Man, I wish we did though. That's sad. That would have we could have done it for the blog. And instead we went to sleep.
So we'll get them
Just
next
sad.
time.
Yeah.
When we get the Los Angeles. Yeah, Los Angeles.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of. When we get the Los Angeles one, then we'll be cooking. All right. I'm talking about we're gonna go surfing. We're gonna go to the Jersey Club.
We're gonna go surfing?
We're going surfing. We're going skydiving at some point. I don't know how, there's a couple of us that are deathly terrified of planes.
No, I'm not necessarily deathly terrified of planes or heights necessarily. But man, when I go on a roller coaster, during the drop of the roller coaster, my body tenses up and I cannot breathe.
No,
for the duration of the drop.
you're just holding your breath the rest of the time.
I am I'm so used to, and I have tried. My family, we go to Magic Mountain every year.
Oh,
And yeah, that's our family vacation, and we go on Columbus Day because there's no one there. And I rode Goliath 3 times in a row. And during that 275-foot drop, I was trying to force myself to breathe. And my diaphragm's just I got nothing, dude. You're falling.
yeah, suffocate,
Yeah.
pleb.
I tried. I have fought through it the best of my ability and could not get it.
No, I'm like a kid in a candy store. You know that feeling when you go over a hill and it catches your stomach a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I get whenever I'm on a roller coaster, but just the whole time. I'm screaming, my hands are everywhere. I love it. There's a joint hanging out of my mouth.
Yeah, definitely. You're taking a hit on the whole drop.
Only in California, though. Only in Las Vegas.
Well, yeah, exactly. So.
I love seeing Megan during all the breaks. I'm glad that they were his poster child.
Yeah, it's also really weird that they're playing the same 2 rounds. They're playing both games of round 8 from Orlando, and that is it. And what's also weird too is there's no audio. There's no music. There's no audio. It is silent.
Silent?
And so it's yeah.
Oh my gosh, is that silent?
Bro came pops in. It's Silent Night.
Is that Silent Night? Unfortunately, I'm probably not going to be able to make it through too much longer in the broadcast, as I have a summoner skirmish today, and we have to go get our bye for hopefully Atlanta, but we'll see. I haven't come off the wait list yet.
Oh, dang. Yeah, unfortunately, definitely not going to Atlanta. I'm glad I didn't try to go for a ticket because I would not be able to afford it right now. But hopefully next regionals I'll be able to go. I don't have a passport either. I was
That's what I
about to get a
need.
passport.
I need a
Yeah,
passport.
that's what I need. Because it's like Canada, not Canada, Canada, and stuff would be so fun to go to.
We need a passport for Canada?
Yeah, it's another country. What do you mean?
Well, I thought it was like Mexico. We could just walk up in there. You know what I'm saying?
I thought Mexico you needed a passport.
They may say you do, but I think on the way in, like going into Mexico, I've heard that like some people just don't even, it doesn't even matter. But coming back into the U.S. is where they'll be like, where's that passport? Prove to me that you came from here. Going out, not so hard. Coming back in,
Yeah.
jeez.
get captured by the cartels and they try to ransom the you as an American back to the government, and they're just like, sorry, we just don't know if this guy's a citizen. He doesn't have his passport.
I mean, it sounds like a good vlog to me. Sounds like some good content. You know, me and Silent get trafficked.
Oh no.
I mean, dude, you know what I'm saying? If we lose at that, on the way back, I'm gonna be like, take me. I'm not even useful anymore.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm not even
so useful. Yeah, Laszlo, exactly. Tera doesn't know what he's talking about. You need a passport.
Look here, Laszlo. I'm gonna need picture proof.
You know what, Tera? You buy that plane ticket. You ship that, and we'll let you know what happens.
Whoa. See, that's our we're already interpreting different. Who said anything about a plane?
Oh, okay. Well, you take your canoe.
I'm swimming.
Yeah. Man, Tera, you can barely even float, let alone swim.
What you talk about? You're right. My oxygen levels are too low from all this, from years of strain on my.
Man, you'd be huffing and puffing 30 seconds into the swim.
I'd be like, anybody else drowning?
We'd have to get you the SpongeBob floaties just so you would stand a chance.
Nobody told me that there were currents. But yeah, it looks like I am going to have to go ahead and jump off. Thank you for having me for those 2 rounds. It was a fun time.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll round up.
on your skirmish. Yeah, we round up. We'll round up for you.
I was here for 2 rounds. Okay. Good luck, though. I'm gonna. I'll let you know how we do.
You.
Hopefully, we take them with Miracle Draven.
Yep, let's get it.
I'll catch you on the next one. All right, I am gonna go ahead and I'm gonna raid somebody off. I got like an hour and 20 minutes to get prepped and drive 30 minutes away. So, yeah, give me just a sec. We'll give somebody my faithful debuter. Who do we want to raid? Who do you raid? Sing it. Who do you raid? I'm going to do... Can I get riftbound channels, please? Everybody playing Slay the Spire. CCS 25K. Summoner Skirmish. Summoner Skirmish. Summoner Skirmish. Let's do this guy. We'll do this guy. I'll catch you guys on the next one. And, oh, we can't raid him. Interesting. All right, we'll try someone else. Riftbound. Hello? All right. Chicotech. We're going to raid the boy. Don't know him yet, but we're about to. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace. He might not even be in English. Nope, definitely not English.
O. Coś się wydarzyło. Nie wiem co. Right. Dziękuję. Thank you for raid. Pyk. Pyk. No i tyle mogę zrobić. Mogę wycofać.
Yeah, don't know what he's saying, but hell yeah.